The favorite child in the family. How to raise children fairly in a big family. Hello, dear parents. Today, we're diving into a warm but sometimes tricky topic. How to raise your children fairly in a big family. On the parenting journey, loving and treating each child equally isn't always easy. Sometimes, without meaning to, our natural emotions can make us favor one child over another. But don't worry, there are ways to ensure that each of your children feels equally loved and valued. This article will center around 3 main ideas. First, parents need to recognize and accept their own emotions toward each child to avoid unconscious favoritism. Second, it's essential to spend one-on-one time with each child, even if their interests are vastly different from yours. Third, using positive discipline strategies, setting fair rules and praising good behavior across the board, will help create a harmonious family environment. Now, let's dive deeper into each part together. Recognize and accept your own emotions. Dear parents, have you ever felt that you're naturally closer to one of your children? Maybe conversations flow more easily with one child, or their personality just clicks better with yours. Don't rush to feel guilty. Let me share something. Feeling a stronger connection to one child is completely normal. Family therapist Paul Hokemeyer explains that this subtle favoritism isn't shameful, as long as we don't let it affect how we parent. The key is to be honest with yourself. When you acknowledge your feelings, you gain the power to manage them. For example, if you notice you're spending more time with a child who shares your hobbies, gently remind yourself that all your children deserve equal love and attention. Think of your emotions like the wind. They can shift direction at any time. Today, one child may be your little favorite, but as they grow and change, you might find yourself bonding more easily with another. Instead of denying your feelings, accept them as a natural part of love. This mindset will help you intentionally nurture strong relationships with all your children, ensuring that no one feels left out. Just imagine, when you open your heart this way, your family becomes a circle of love where every child feels treasured. Spend one-on-one time with each child. Now, let's move on to a fun question. Have you ever spent special one-on-one time with each of your children? We often naturally spend more time with the child whose interests align with ours. Maybe your child loves animated movies just like you, or shares your passion for football, and those shared moments are magical. Right? But what about the children whose interests are completely different from yours? Dr. Hokemeyer explains that spending quality time with a child whose hobbies differ from yours takes a bit more effort. For instance, if your child loves wrestling and you know nothing about it, or if your child is obsessed with history while you're more into cooking, don't shy away from stepping into their world. Imagine the message you send when you watch a wrestling match with them or listen to tales about ancient kings. I love you for who you are. To make this happen, set a concrete plan. Maybe once a month, dedicate a special day to each child, letting them choose the activity. It could be building a model train together, learning a new sport, or just spending time doing something they love. Additionally, spend a few minutes each day having a private chat with each child, asking about their day or simply listening. These small moments create huge feelings of being genuinely loved, no matter how different your child's interests are. Set fair rules in the family. Now, let's shift gears and look at another crucial point. How do we maintain fairness when setting rules and discipline? Sometimes, without realizing it, we go easier on the child we feel closer to. Maybe when your little sweetheart forgets their chores, you chuckle and say, "Oh well, everyone forgets sometimes." But when another child does the same thing, you respond more strictly. You need to be more responsible. Sound familiar? To avoid this, review your family rules regularly. Make sure the consequences are logical and age-appropriate. For instance, a 4-year-old might get a brief timeout for misbehavior, while a 10-year-old might lose screen time privileges. The important thing is to have clear reasons for each rule and to apply them consistently. Think of your family like a playground. Every child has the right to play, but everyone needs to follow the rules. When fairness is maintained, your children feel secure knowing that no one gets special treatment. And remember, fairness doesn't mean treating everyone exactly the same. Older children may have more responsibilities, but love should always be equal. Praise the good behavior of all children. Now, let's talk about something everyone loves: praise. When you praise a child, it not only makes them happy but also helps them feel truly valued. But be careful. Don't only praise the child you find the cutest or easiest to connect with. Every child deserves recognition when they do something good. Instead of giving vague compliments like, "Good job," be specific. "Mommy and Daddy really appreciated how you helped pick up the toys today." Or, "Thank you for being so patient while I finished my phone call." Specific praise encourages children to repeat good behaviors. If you have a particularly mischievous child, it might feel harder to find things to praise, but stay patient. Maybe they cleared their plate after dinner or shared a toy without arguing. When you acknowledge these small efforts, that child feels loved and reassured that you notice their good deeds too, not just their mischief. Avoid comparing your children. Finally, let's touch on a sensitive subject: comparison. Have you ever accidentally said something like, "If only you studied as well as your sister," or "Your brother could do this when he was even younger than you"? Even if said without malice, these comparisons can deeply hurt a child, making them feel that you love their siblings more. Instead of comparing, focus on praising specific behaviors. If a child cleans their room quickly, simply say, "I love how neatly you organized your room today." No need to mention how fast or slow anyone else was. Think of your family like a sports team. Every player has a different role. And you, as the coach, encourage each member to shine. When you avoid comparisons and focus on personal achievements, you're building a family environment where every child feels like they are the favorite in your heart. Dear parents, raising children fairly is a journey that demands patience and self-awareness. By recognizing your emotions, dedicating one-on-one time, setting reasonable rules, praising good behavior, and steering clear of comparisons, you are creating a home where every child feels equally loved. Start today, with a hug, a compliment, or a special moment just for one child. You'll soon see that fair love can work magic in your family.